Welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor E. Sivanagi Reddy, former Director, National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Hyderabad, currently working as CEO, the Cultural Center of Vijayawada. Today, we will discuss a module called Fairs and Festival Tourism in India, pertaining to a paper called Tourism in India. After revealing the module, we will learn the following objectives, namely, we know the concept of festival tourism, we also know the significance of festivals in tourism, the roles of fairs and festivals in tourism promotion, and types of fairs and festivals in India. These are the objectives that we learn after finishing this module. You all know that in every village of India, one fair or one festival is a must to celebrate every month. So we have seasonal festivals, we have traditional festivals, we have folk festivals, we have tribal festivals, we also have cultural festivals. Some are family related festivals. Now let us go into the details of these festivals right from defining what festival is. A festival is an event or a social gathering of a community. Festivals are categorized as family festivals, folk festivals, tribal festivals, traditional festivals, seasonal festivals, and tourism festivals. These fairs and festivals bear a lot of significance in the society and also in tourism industry. During the festival times, the celebration offers a sense of belonging for religious and social groups. We go, mix up with people, participate in the celebration, share the ideas, share the music, dance, food, and exchange some articles and present some gifts to the fellow men in the social groups. The festivals have changed over the years. Earlier festivals were associated with key calendar movements linked especially to particular seasons and sites. Modern festivals focus on cultural and ethnic aspects, seeking maximum participation of the respective communities. During the festival times in the past, the elderly group shared stories and transferred skills and knowledge to the next generation. Festivals offer a variety of experiences for the visitors who partake in food and drink and also exposed to music, art, and history in a meaningful way that touch them so deeply. We are now moving into the other aspect of the module, that is fair. A fair is a temporary gathering of people for a variety of recreational, entertainment, or commercial activities, generally scheduled for hours to weeks. There are different types of fairs, namely trade fair, country fair or state fair, traveling carnival or traveling fun fair, street fair, agriculture show, so on and so forth. Traditional festivals of India are a large number celebrated throughout the year in one part of the country or the other, whether it is seasonal or traditional or what we call cultural. They all come under one category called the traditional festivals of India. To begin with, let us take up the Kumbh Mela, also known as sometimes Maha Kumbh Mela. We celebrate it once in every 12 years. In India, the Kumbh Mela, believed to be the largest religious gathering on earth, is held every 12 years at Allahabad, Haridwar, Nasik, and Ujjain, which is visited by more than 120 million, that is 12 crore people. Ganesh Chaturthi, a Hindu festival celebrated in the months of August or September in order to worship the elephant-headed god Ganesha. Pune, Mumbai, and Hyderabad are known for Ganesh festival celebrated on a very large scale where tourists from not only in India, even from other countries come, participate and enjoy. During this festival, temporary shrines with clay images of Ganesha are erected in public places and worshipped for 10 days. And in some areas, it is also called Ganesh Navaratri. At the end of the festival, these Ganesha idols are immersed in local lakes or, if they live very close to sea, in the sea. Diwali. Every Indian will wait for the day of Diwali to celebrate the festival of lights. Celebrated between mid-October and mid-November as per the calendar. During the main festival night of Diwali, people dress up in new clothes and light up lamps in and around their houses, distribute sweets, exchange gifts, and conduct special prayers to worship Goddess Lakshmi. After the prayer is over, people engage in fireworks which add to the brightness of the festival. Holi. Again, the festival which is celebrated irrespective of caste, community and creed. This festival is also known as Festival of Colors, celebrated on the last full moon day in the lunar month of Falgun to mark the arrival of spring season. On the day of Holi, people color each other with colored water and color powders. Dasara means a festival for 10 days. Known as Vijayadashami, celebrated also as Mahanavaratri for 9 days in the months of September or October to mark the victory of Lord Rama over the 10-headed demon king Ravana and also Goddess Durga over the demon Mahishasura. Colorful toys are exhibited as part of the celebrations in the southern states of India, and Mysore in Karnataka is famous for Dasara festival, which draws national and international tourists. Onam, a typical and beautiful, colorful festival celebrated in Kerala during the months of August and September to mark the homecoming of the mythical king Maveli, who is believed to be sent to Patalaloka, the world under the earth, by Vamana, Lord Vishnu's Brahmin avatar. The Onam Sadhya, a wonderful feast, is served on plantain leaves with about 26 dishes, is an important component of the celebrations. Pongal is celebrated as a thanksgiving festival to sun god for abundance in harvest on Jan 13th and 14th every year. It coincides with the winter harvest festival of Makara Sankranti, which is celebrated all over India. Preparations of sweet dish called Pongal with the newly harvested rice is an important tradition followed during the festival, particularly in Tamil Nadu and all other states of South India. India is known as the cultural mosaic and composed of many races and people. And in India, there are people who belong to different sects and religions. Buddhists, Jains, Hindus, Muslims, Christians and Sikhs. Hence, it is called as a cultural mosaic, a rare country in the entire world. Let us move to a festival of the Muslims called Eid al-Zuha. Eid al-Zuha or Bakrid is a Muslim festival celebrated on a national scale. It commemorates the martyrdom of Abraham and is marked by the sacrifices of lambs. Another festival called Eid al-Fitr is again a Muslim festival that marks the end of the month of Ramadan, a month-long period of fasting, which is a very, very holy festival for all the Muslims not only in India, in the entire world. Again, moving to some other religious festival in this context, the community is Sikhs. Guru Nanak Jayanti. Guru Nanak Dev, born in 1469 AD, the founder of the Sikh faith or religion, was born in the month of Kartik, and his birthday is known as Guru Nanak Jayanti. The anniversaries of Sikh Gurus are known as Guru Purabs festivals and are celebrated with devotion and dedication throughout India and elsewhere where the Sikhs are migrated to. Christmas is considered as a world level festival. The most important and the most rejoiced festival of the Christmas is celebrated on the 25th of December every year. The festival marks the birth of Lord Jesus and is celebrated with great enthusiasm all over the world with festive decoration and festive mood. As we have seen in the previous slides that the traditional, seasonal, folk and other festivals are celebrated by the Indians throughout as the change of seasons and on certain calendar events or on a particular day in which it was associated with the gods and religious gurus. Now, these festivals bear a lot of significance in tourism sector too. Festivals often provide a unique educational experience to tourists by providing visitors a chance to experience culture and heritage firsthand. Festivals have been generating a significant amount of tourists and are being recognized as a form of cultural tourism by the Ministry of Tourism as well as the state tourism boards. Fairs and festivals are rising in popularity and are generating demand among tourists along with creating trends in the niche tourism segment. We have a few tourism festivals in this module elaborated a little bit for the understanding of the students. Pushkar Fair in Rajasthan. The Pushkar Fair in Rajasthan, which had earlier begun as a means of trade in the deserts of the state, has now been popularized as a world-famous cattle fair. Hundreds of herders descend upon Pushkar for the 5-day annual camel fair where fun, culture, music, dance, food, everything is available at one place. The festival attracts 3 lakh people and 20,000 camels, cattle and horses. The event, which sees tough bartering, that is the exchange of cash with the cattle and among the cattle. It is a very significant and ancient tradition that is still continuing over livestock, has also become a major tourist attraction in recent years with a fair football match between the local and visitors is also organized along with the music performances and competitions. Gujarat is also faring very well as far as the tourism promotion and marketing is concerned in India. Gujarat is promoting fairs and festivals like the Navaratri and the Ran Utsav of Kutch, the most important and internationally renowned events. Other popular festivals in Gujarat include International Kite Festival, Modhera Dance Festival, Bhavnath Fair, Vichitra Fair, Tarnetar Fair, Bhadrapada Ambaji Fair, Lili Parikrama Fair, Shamalji Fair, Vautha Fair, Kaunath Fair, Tenariri Festival, Dangs Darbar Festival, which offer a delight for art and culture lovers. Goa, the most sought after destination for vacationers, leisure pursuits, backpackers, and wanderlusts. Goa is known for its elaborate carnival, music, and food festivals to attract international as well as domestic tourists. Goa is much more than just a beach destination where the Goa Carnival is filled with fun, culture, and entertainment. Conducted on the second Saturday of every August, the snake boat race in Kerala is thronged with tourists every year, a special event particularly attracting huge number of crowd from all over the world. Now, the turn is the state of West Bengal. West Bengal tourism is also focusing on its festivals and religious heritage such as the famous Durga Puja. During the Durga Puja, huge number of crowds throng to Kolkata see the pandals or sheds wherein Durga Mata idols are erected, worshipped, celebrated, bhajans, etc. And every person of the Bengal state, irrespective of caste, will visit the Durga Puja. As mentioned earlier, every state tourism department, tourism corporation or tourism board are celebrating large number of tourism related festivals to promote tourism and destinations of their own state. Chhattisgarh Tourism Board organizes the Sirpur National Dance and Music Festival at Sirpur near Raipur every year to showcase the cultural heritage of Chhattisgarh. This event is organized every year in the first week of January by Chhattisgarh Tourism Board in order to promote Buddhist sites in Sirpur. Adventure Sports Festival Tehri in Uttarakhand. The event will highlight the various adventure sports and activities like parachute jumping, paragliding and water sports, laser light show, hot air balloon organized by the Indian Air Force. Maharashtra also takes pride in organizing tourism related fairs and festivals. MTDC has cashing on this niche segment by developing festivals and fairs around its region all throughout the year. New festivals such as the Elephanta Festival, the Pune Festival, Ganesh Utsav, the Ellora Festival, the Kalidas Festival, the Konkan and Strawberry Festival. The Elephanta Festival 2014 witnessed an increase of 15 to 20% in foreign tourist attendance as compared with the previous year. International Kite Festival is celebrated in Gujarat at Surat. The festival is considered as one of the biggest festivals celebrated in Gujarat and it is also called as Uttaraya. Celebrated in January during the Makar Sankranti time, the festival is celebrated at different cities in Gujarat, but the international event takes place in Ahmedabad. Taj Mahotsav is a famous cultural festival which is celebrated in Agra, Uttar Pradesh. This 10-day long festival brings together artists and craftsmen from all over India. The festival is a great way to experience the rich culture of bygone Mughal era and it showcases the Nawabi way of life prevalent in the state. Taj Mahotsav is celebrated with different themes every year. Surajkund Crafts Mela. Famous traditional crafts mela organized in the backdrop of Surajkund Lake in Haryana. The fair, which was started in the year 1987, is organized every year from 1st of February till 15th of February. The fair, which is celebrated on different themes every year, brings together artists, painters, weavers, sculptors, designers, and craftsmen. Khajuraho Dance Festival is a 10-day long annual festival organized in the state of Madhya Pradesh in the background of the magnificent Khajuraho temple. The festival brings together exponents of various Indian classical and contemporary dances. Sonepur Cattle Fair. Sonepur Cattle Fair is the biggest fair of Asia which is organized annually at Sonepur in Bihar. It is held on the full moon day, that is Kartika Purnima, in the month of November and extends from 15 days to 1 month. Persian horses, rabbits, goats, camels, elephants, dogs, buffaloes, donkeys, ponies, birds, poultry, and so on are exhibited and traded during this fair. Hampi Festival. Karnataka state is known as the state of temples. Vijay Utsav or Hampi Utsav is the largest festival organized in the month of November in Hampi, Karnataka. The festival showcases the rich culture of the place with pomp, processions, puppet shows, fireworks, dance performances, and musical performances. To conclude this module, let us sum up the lesson. Festival tourism is an ever-growing branch of tourism, focuses specifically on travel, whether it be local, national or international, for the purpose of experiencing a festive occasion. Festivals come in all shapes, sizes and varieties that has been examined while discussing on various types of festivals in the module itself. India is popular, having rich potential for different fairs and festivals throughout the world. Organization of fairs and festivals helps promoting tourism in the country. Keeping the tourism potentiality of the festivals, Government of India and state governments are celebrating tourism festivals on a large scale as calendar events. Students, you have now learnt the objectives, the potentiality and significance of fairs and festivals in tourism sector, the characteristics of traditional festivals, and again the significant features of tourism festivals and how they are celebrated with large number of participation both national and international level. When we involve international tourists in any of the fair and festival like Kumbh Mela, what we need is the visitor management techniques. What is visitor management? The crowd management in other terms. So, state governments or the local district administration do not have trained manpower. They need to depend upon the organizers from outside, that is private sector. Nowadays, you might have heard about event management companies like Rachanotsav and Banyan Tree. I am citing a few examples for your knowledge, and you can pick up many more such organizations available and offering their services in all the metros and other second tier cities in India. In this context, I would also like to inform you that most of the universities who run tourism courses are specific institutes like IITTM Gwalior, NITHM Hyderabad and other institutes are now offering academic programs leading to diploma in event management or destination management, in which event management and festival management with visitor management as a particular paper. This is all about how to organize festivals with special reference to tourism festivals, in which you are going to become the leaders of the sector. Thank you.